All right, Shalom. All right, once again, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. All right, this is going to be another installment. Of course, it's just, another lesson and all that. All right, but, another installment of, or, the Vexation series and all that. All right, just, somewhat, as far as, or, that one rapper or, whatever, like XX, like, I'm not sure how he says his name, but, a few of the Akim, did shows, commentary on it and all that. All right, or and of course, it was obvious, he wasn't in the truth, it's part of the 2/3, is in the world, or in the context of the scriptures, just like being wicked, or and things like that, or so of course, it's no surprise, that or shit like that, or happens to our people. Or but the thing is, once again, this is another installment of Vexation. Or because this is more along the line of or getting on, the people, responsible, for that shit. Or as far as what we know. All right, because it has through the spirit, I'm going to title this, Vexation. Or a willingness to kill your brother. All right, because that's basically that's one of the things or just the willingness of other 2/3 out there, or to do that to a fellow Israelite, or without or without any or reservations, or and things like that. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get into I'm going to start out with all right, St. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. All right. Or of course, when he was talking about ye are of your father, the devil. Or he was talking to like wicked Israelites. He was saying, hey, or you're as bad as Satan, you're as bad as Esau. All right. Or and that's as far as this, that's how bad it gets. Or Esau, these elites, they set it up. They love it. Or when shit like that happens. Whenever it's an Edomite, or killing an Israelite and all that. Of course, they exploit, they capitalize that on that as well. Or just to further, whatever, group has a certain agenda. All right, but then on the other hand, you don't really, no one really, addresses, the problem. Or when it's just, us killing us. Or because that's one of the ways, that's one of the many reasons, why this place is called, the Valley of the Shadow of Death. All right, because another thing I always one of my talking points, as far as this devil, he causes small problems that create larger problems, or he creates small problems that ended up creating even larger problems like this. All right, or as far as things like not having the father in the household, or or freedom of wicked speech. All right, which is their freedom of speech is hypocritical anyway. All right, but the thing is, or any type of wicked message can get across, or so people can be manipulated by that, and follow suit. I mean, all these rappers talking about gangs and shit like that, or and how cool it is, or how tough you are if you can kill somebody and shit like that. All right, so those are the types of things that leads to this shit. Or but because as far as Saint John, 8:44, or when he was making all those, when he was talking about, he was a murderer from the beginning. That's that could also be talking about, when Esau, was Cain. All right, because he murdered his brother, in jealousy, or things like that. But now it's gotten to a point, where or our own people, these Israelites have adopted, the wicked ways of because another thing is, I was doing some just like a little bit of reading and research, and I came across this article about the history of the duel, or and as far as this it was like checking people's gangster, and like that gang bang, and or I'm going to shoot him because he did this, and all that, or that's some shit from Edomites, so-called white people. All right, because back they still had us in or just like the hardcore slavery, it's like the literal yoke, or when it was mostly these rich Edomites, or let's say one Edomite had a problem with another one, or maybe all that shit about he disrespected me and all that shit, that's probably where all this bullshit came from, or and then Esau gave it to you, or so he could keep you at bay, or and slowly but surely get rid of you at the same time. All right, because what would happen, someone would someone would get challenged to a duel, and that would be it would just be like a one-on-one gunfight. Of course, there were rules and regulations and things like that, are but as far as how we operate, in the scriptures and all that, that shit is off. All right, but all right, this is just all right, Genesis 4:6. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Or and of course, this guy, he's in his right mind now, or he's waiting for the kingdom to be established and everything like that. All right, but at the same time, he wants judgment to be rendered upon the people that put him to death. All right, because the people as far as him, we said we established that he was wicked, he was a 2/3. All right, but that also applies to the people that rendered judgment upon him. It might have been the Lord's judgment, or a death angel putting the spirit on somebody to do such and such. All right, but at the same time, as an Israelite, or you're still like these individuals, if that's the way it actually happened, because we're dealing with Satan anyway, so who knows. All right, but or if that is so, all right, then these individuals are should be or worthy of judgment. All right, but at the same time, actually, I'm gonna get the law before I got some other scriptures lined up. I need to deal with this subject. All right. All right, Deuteronomy 19:9. If thou shalt keep all these commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love the Lord thy power, and to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee besides these 3, that innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. But if any man hate his neighbor, or a fellow Israelite, because these were his neighbors, and lie in wait for him, and raise up against him, and smite him mortally that he die, and fleeth into one of these cities. All right, of course, in this context, it was talking about, like the Lord, in the beginning of this chapter, he was talking about, cities of refuge, or just in case, some shit like that, was an accident. But this shit was not an accident, so, let's say, you put a fellow Israelite to death, or in wickedness, but then you try to get away with it, or that shit doesn't fly. But I don't know. I just got this because there's repercussions, for the shit that they did. All right, but if all right, so all right, Deuteronomy 19 and 11. But if any man hate his neighbor, and lie in wait for him, and rise up against him, and smite him mortally that he die, and fleeth into one of these cities, then the elders of his city shall send and fetch him thence, and deliver him into the land of the avenger of blood, that he may die. All right, and the thing is, just this shit in general, or how all the tribes, have all these gangs, criminal organizations, and shit like that. Or back in the ancient world, there was pretty much, there wasn't any type of room or leeway for any to be, any type of such thing for that type of bullshit. Because they were because first and foremost, the family structure was stronger. Remember a little ways back I was talking about how, they try to fuck that up. All right, but it's like not only that, but we would actually have like the manpower, or and the militarization, or in order to or like remember as far like towards the end of the book of Judges, or an entire tribe was almost wiped out, or for being on some bullshit. All right, so basically it's just like people like that, or back in the ancient world, they'd be they pretty much fucking be running in the direction of or Esau to get away, or from us, or and that that's how that's how much tightening up there was all right, but and of course they go through the justice system, getting a lawyer trying to get away with it and shit, but as far as the eyes of the Yahweh Shem Shai, our judgment's gonna be are rendered, because it's what that another thing,